And how did I get here? Well, when my children, Grace and Mark, were born, I left the corporate world and I took up crafting full time. Then I had a moment of clarity, if you'll pardon the pun, and I came up with the transparent art stamp. And the rest is history, really. For the last 27 plus years, I've been pioneering the art of transparent stamping. I love teaching. For me, it's all about that. And so working with Hochanda is fantastic because it gives me the perfect platform to reach out and work with like-minded people and to be able to show some of the tricks that I've learnt along the way. If you like my style and you like what I do, then please join me, Barbara Gray, on Hochanda.
Hi everyone, I'm Gordon.
I'm Justin.
And
together we are Be Creative.
Justin and I formed our company just under 1 year ago to bring you new and exciting products under the Be Creative brand.
We have a fantastic relationship with Hochanda and we love to share our ideas and creation with you, our viewers.
So why not come be creative with us
here at Hochanda?
Hi, I'm Dawn Bibby. I have been crafting now on television for over 25 years. I love crafting. Paper crafting is one of my greatest loves, although my background is textiles and fashion. I love to bring you the very best products and inspire you with what I do, hopefully that you'll be crafting at home. Joining forces with Craft Buddy has opened up a whole warehouse and a wealth of products that are fantastic. So I use the knowledge that I have to get the very best products for you by working with Craft Buddy to source new products, to design new products, and also walk around their fabulous warehouse putting together kits that are really going to help you with your crafting. Make sure you don't miss myself and the Craft Buddy shows on Hochanda.
Hello and welcome to the final call of the one-day special, and you are watching Pat in action with the Quillo. These are really, really impressive, aren't they, when you see them? Look at this, though. Look how big this Quillo is. So it all folds out into this, I mean, look at the fabrics, isn't this beautiful? And then, easily enough, it all folds right back in. So Pat's just going to show us how this works. Folding it in one side, folding it in on the other side, and turning it over. And of course you've got that pocket there. Just put your hands in, pull it through, and away you go. And then there's that lovely block pattern on the front as well that you can see here. It's almost like a little sleeping bag, isn't it? And then fold it in, and away we go. This is the incredible Quillo. It's good, isn't it? And hey, that's only about 30 seconds, isn't it, to do it? Thanks, Pat. Hey, so that's Pat from Totally Patched, and of course, I've also got Mark here with me as well. Now, we have also got a really, really nice finished sample VT to show you, so let's take a look. I'm joined by Mark from Totally Patch. Now, we were saying, weren't we, how random is this, that you've been here with us at Hochanda from pretty much the beginning?
Yes, 2.5 years now.
There we go. And we've never worked together in all that time. Yep. And now the one day I come back...
One day you come back.
We get to work together, so I'm super chuffed.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Now, Mark, so you did have six options of the one-day special.
We've got 3, and this one is very much nearing the limit.
Yes, indeed. This one, the Black and White Delight, is limited, super limited. But we saw there in the video, you know, this is a great size, isn't it? It's going to cover, you know, cover your whole body pretty much. And very comfortable. And can I just say, the material that you have chosen is luscious.
All 100% cotton. We've tried to coordinate lots of the fabric together so they complement each other in whatever colours scheme you want.
It's really nice. So let's talk about what you get in the kit for us.
All our pieces of fabric are cut as normal with us. The actual cushion kit for this part here is all cut that you're holding there. The wadding here is for the backing of the actual cushion. And the fabric on the front here, the squares, and the other large piece of fabric are for the actual squares on the front and the large piece of fabric on the back.
Right, so you get everything you need, but you will need the wadding, which we've also got separate, which we'll show you in a second. But this is a really nice option. It is super limited. See, I think this is, what do you call it, you know, for men or women. That's what I really like about that.
This one in particular, the black and white one, great to give to an uncle or nephew, a son, or someone going to university or something like that. They won't be too offended by black and white.
Indeed, it's a good one. So unisex, that's the word I couldn't think of, that I've just been told in my ear. Now, the next option that we have got, black and white's limited. The next option that we've got in stock for you is the bouquet.
Yes.
Lovely. Now, this is nice and, I don't know, it's summery, isn't it, with the yellows and everything. Fresh is a good word. So you can see that lovely block on the front.
Which is churn dash.
Thank you. I was going to say, I've just looked over to my notes, so I couldn't read quick enough. So there we go, that lovely block on the front. You can get the patterns as well for these.
Again, all of the fabric for that is cut in the front there, and again, all the fabric for the back. On this one in particular, the back and the front is just one piece of fabric as it's complete fabric. It's one piece of fabric as it's nice enough fabric on its own.
Beautiful. So, as we were saying, this is the bouquet. Really nice and fresh, this one. So that's your second option that's available. And then your last option is the springtime. And it says it, doesn't it? With the patterns.
Again, nice fresh colours. Could go out in the conservatory or in the back of a car or something. Or if you're going on a picnic, you could take it as well.
And it's so comfortable. It really is. And such a good size. So as with the others, you're going to get everything that you need all pre-cut for you.
And it comes in the box.
Yes.
So if you wanted to give it as a gift to somebody, you can do. It's very simple to do. So you could also give it to somebody who's a starter kit for them to get going with a simple, very well explained and written instructions with plenty of pictures as well.
So do you reckon these kits, even if this is your first project, you could do this?
Definitely.
I like it. So this is your final option then, the springtime. 3 of the other options have now sold out. Remember the black and white option, well, 2/3 of the stock have gone here, but remember that black and white option is uber limited. So now you can spread the cost on FlexiBuy. 2 instalments of £27. There we are. And your item number is 073446. Now we mentioned about wadding, so you do get some wadding in with the kit.
The wadding there is for the back of the cushion here, but this piece here...
Are you ready to see how big this is if you haven't seen?
It's the right size for the actual quillo itself.
Right.
It is doubled.
There we go.
It comes like that, and you have to keep it like that when you put it in the actual quillo.
Okay.
That gives you the puffiness and the bulk makes the cushion look like the other cushions, and also gives you the warmth.
And it's super soft.
Yeah.
It is. It's really snug. So we've popped the details. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Mark. We've popped the details on the screen for you as well for the wadding. That is £17.99. Then we have the pillows, which are going to... the cushions, I should say.
They coordinate, yes.
And they go, as you say, go beautifully. Now, we still have the options, what do you call it, the pattern options of the ones that sold out from the quillo, but you might want to get them now in the cushion.
Yes.
I hope that made sense. I'm sure it did. Right, so we've got the black and white. We've got the cosy clouds. That's one of the ones that sold out in the quillo option, but you got it in the cushion. stylish bouquet, the springtime blooms, chambray in Provence.
Yes.
I like it. And
Chambray in Provence is the lavender one, and then Bordeaux is the red one.
Ah, of course. That's really nice, isn't it? Oh, I love these colours.
They're lovely and cosy to touch as well. They're soft, so soft.
Very much so. And then we were talking about the blocks that's on each of them.
All the blocks in the cushions are all different, but they are exactly the same blocks as they would be in the Quillo. Yes.
There we go. So each option is $18.99 for the cushions. 975363 is your item number. So they're pre-cut kit for the cushion, 18 by 18 inches. Really nice if you can go for both the Quillo and the cushion, because then you've got the whole set. It's just so nice.
You can have the Quillo at one end and the cushion at the other end on the sofa. If someone was staying over, you wouldn't have to go and get bedding out from the airing cupboard or anything like that. You've got a Quillo already there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah. Now, because this is part of our family favourites weekend, obviously your business is a small business that's grown and grown and grown.
Yes. Yeah.
Totally patched. Now, as part of the event, what we're doing is during each hour, we're giving away a prize. As long as you enter the prize draw, and to be able to do that, what you need to do is make a purchase. Could be anything on this show. You'll be entered into the prize draw, and then at the end of the show, we'll announce the winner. And what you're seeing on screen is the prize that you will be getting. It's the Let's Get Started cushion, and as you can see, it's going to be a really nice gift for you to have a play with. We've also got another gift that we'll be giving away at the end of the show. So there are 2 draws this hour. It's a different one. It's an invitation to the birthday celebrations. That's on the 24th of August. Hochanda will be 3, but we'll tell you a bit more about that later on. All you need to do then is give us a call, 01733602000, or check out on the website at hochanda.com. And so we now meet Pat. Hi, Pat.
Hi.
Right then, so what would you like to do for us this hour?
We're going to demonstrate the block that's on the black and white quilt, which is called Peace and Plenty. We haven't done this one yet over the course of the shows, because, as you said up there, we've designed these that they're simple, very easy for anybody to do.
Great.
This is the hardest part of the whole thing. So, you know, and the blocks we decided would be nice and simple. They all come pre-cut, and this is the way we work. Lay them out in front of you so you can see what you're doing. That's the first thing. 1/4 inch seam for our seam allowance. This block we start on the corners. These here, you'll notice these are bigger triangles, so we get those done first. So right sides together, lining it all up neatly so they match together like so, and pop them under the sewing machine. And away we go.
How long have you been sewing for, Pat? Because I've never been able to ask you this question.
Quite a while.
Yeah. And was it...
Going to be a bit coy on that now.
Was it family that got you into it?
I've always been interested in sewing, and I'd done like dressmaking and stuff. And then I thought, oh, I think I'll try making a patchwork quilt. So I went out, I bought myself a book and a pile of fabric.
Right.
Brought it home and thought, you know, I can do this. So I cut up my pieces of fabric, not really knowing what I was doing, and couldn't get them back together.
Oh.
And I thought, I don't know why I can't do this. So one thing led to another. I ended up doing a City and Guilds course.
Wow, you went for it then.
Well, you know, I was doing a City and Guilds food course at the time because I love cooking. And when that finished, I thought, well, I might as well try this patchwork and see what happens. And then that was it, really. I just loved the patchwork, the creative side of it, and I also like the teaching side of it as well. So I just started, and one thing went on to another. I did some teaching in college, taught City and Guilds for a while, did the odd workshop, you know, organised workshops and that sort of thing.
And we opened a shop?
We opened a shop.
When was that then? When
10
did the
years,
shop open?
well, 12.
About 13 years ago now, yeah. We opened a shop.
We had it for
that
10 years.
Yeah.
And then we decided to take it easy a bit, really.
Take a bit of a step back. 6 months after that, Hochanda said, would you like to come and have a chat with us about working with you, and things haven't taken backwards.
There you go.
It's been a little bit busy since,
exactly,
hasn't it? Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be quite this busy, but it is.
Yes.
And we still love it.
Yeah.
And we like traditional block patchwork, don't we? Mostly.
Yep.
And pre-cut everything.
Yeah.
Because
making it easier for
make
people.
it easy for and accessible for everybody. I think because when I started, I just cut it up and hoped for the best. So I realise it's a very scary event to happen.
Not as easy as it looks, but we've tried taking the difficult part of cutting and the worrying part of cutting out of the whole thing.
Yeah. Making it really accessible, as you say. So what are you doing there, Pat? Just giving it a good press?
Yeah, giving it a press towards the dark fabric. And then place them back in. You can do that, Mark.
Why towards the dark fabric, just out of interest?
If you can, you press towards the dark because the dark might show under the light.
Makes sense.
Especially if you've got a plain fabric, like a white, it's more important. So we've got our corners done. So now what we're going to do is to join these pieces together to form. Where's the thingy, Mark?
What thingy?
Oh, the pattern there. Over there. Our patterns.
I haven't touched anything. It wasn't me.
It wasn't
Lisa.
I didn't put it quite ready. So that's it laid out. Then we start joining, and if you turn the page, you can see we always give lovely photographs.
Yeah,
good colour
really
photographs as well, which is always good.
So we're going to now make these sections here. So to do that, you join pairs, because with patchwork you're always putting something into a shape that's organisable. You don't you would never stitch that triangle onto here, because you'd end up with a really weird shape which was hard to join. So we're going to join these together like so that they then will become a square in a minute, which you'll see.
Like on there.
But yeah, going back to these instructions, they are so clear. If you are a beginner, you'll find this absolutely a dream to follow. So, Mark, do you do a bit of dabbling in the sewing department?
I have, yes. I've made a quilt and cushions as well.
Right.
Because when we had the shop, I worked in the shop department of it, you could say, and Pat done the teaching. So I had to know what I was talking about when some of the ladies and gents come into the shop asking questions. At this sort of craft, you can't blag your way through it.
No.
They soon get found out, and then you're caught out. So, yes, I had to make some stuff and know what I was talking about. So, yeah, I have.
You've done some of the tie quilting on the quillos.
I've done tie quilting on the quillos, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Not too technical, that, but just...
No, it's good. I like it when gents
a bit of time as well, yeah.
Yeah. Just a quick mention, because we've got the patterns on Pick and Mix. It's the quillos or the cushions, so you pick two of your choice. So I've just picked these two up randomly. So you could go for the Peace and Plenty cushion, and you could go for the stylish bouquet quillo. You could do that option if you wanted, or you could go for where are we? A squares and square cushion and a quillo. You can do whatever you fancy, really. So you pick two of your choice for just $9.99. Usually that is $12.99 for the pair, but you're getting a nice little deal. And here we can show you the full range on the website. Here it is. Oh, gosh, I don't know which one I'd go for. I'm going to ask my producer, Ross, which ones would you pick? What are you going for? Zigzag, yeah. Oh, and he's going for a cushion. Oh, zigzag. Oh, matching.
I wouldn't have two zigzags.
Oh.
Controversy.
Pat's telling you, Ross.
I would have a zigzag and something else. Then you've got two patterns you can use differently.
I like your thinking there. See?
Otherwise, you've got the same pattern twice, haven't you?
Mark's, Ross has been put in his place there. There you go. You know for next time, Ross.
Sorry.
All right. What are you doing? Square? No, you can't do square and square. That's what Pat just said. Anyway. Anyway, back to you,
That
Pat.
sounded like an experienced shopper, didn't it? I know which ones I'm going to go for. That and that, so I get both patterns the same.
Yeah. Right then, where are you at, Pat?
I'm still joining my pairs.
Okie dokie.
Which I've done like that. Those bore on. There's another. Press to the dark, and then I'll join those now. So you can see what happens when these become a
I like
full
this
square.
because you're seeing it come together quite quickly.
Yeah.
As most people know at home, I'm quite an impatient crafter. I like to see results.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah. Do you know, I think most of us do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've still got my cross stitch which I'll pull out and do a little bit of, but then I want to do another project which I see results, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Like the quilt at the back, like that's the long, a long project, and it's, you know, it takes time to get it done, get through it. So I think every craft is like that. We all want to achieve, don't we? But also it's nice to get a quick project under your belt, and you think, oh yeah, I've done okay there.
Feel good, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, because you referenced the quilt at the back there. Okay, so you see the green one, the minty green one, that's block 5, which is the latest edition. There we go, and we can just see some more of block 5 pattern. There you go, you can just see them coming onto the screen. So that's the latest edition. So you were saying, Mark, that you bring, you've been bringing up a new block. Was it every month or so?
Yeah, every time we're here, we bring new blocks on.
Here we go.
There's one. We've got the two there.
Which one's this one? This is block 5, is it?
Yep, there's that one and...
Excellent.
2 more somewhere. We've got them down there.
I don't know where they are.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay, I can show people on the...
Okay.
This is that one.
Oh, and 80% of the stock on block 5, the latest edition, is gone.
Those are the 3 you get.
Okay.
You get that one, and that one.
Oh, I see. So you can see from the colour on the bottom, if you can. And it's like a nice peachy one, and then you've got that minty green as well.
Those are the 3 you get this month.
Ah, excellent. And so we've got a picture to show you so you can see it in full. $18.99 for the totally patched Building a Quilt block set number 5. Now, this is on extended delivery. It did sell out yesterday. We have twisted Mark and Pat's arm, and they're going to make some more for us, but obviously we've got to give them a little bit of time. So 80% of the restocked stock has now gone. This will be dispatched from the 13th of August at it's $18.99 448-843. Okay.
It's got to give us a bit of time. Where if anybody's watching who's going to the Festival of Quilts...
Are you going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Come and say hello. We're on
G15.
Yeah. G15.
G15, yeah.
So we've got to do some very speedy packing.
Slick packing this week.
Yes.
Yeah. Tonight, tomorrow. And then Mark will go and set up. So
How many years have you done it for?
the NEC?
Yeah.
Well, we did the first show when it was the very first show. Then we missed a couple, and then we've done it ever since. Gradually growing the size of our
I would
stand.
say
Yeah.
15 years, 16 years,
ages,
something like that. Yeah, as long as it's nearly as long as it's been going. So.
Yeah. Now, obviously, Pat's working on the cushion, but the Quillo of the black and white edition is extremely limited. It's definitely not going to last the hour. I think we're down to single figures. So please do check out your baskets on that Quillo, because we've already lost 3 options of the Quillo over the course of the 24 hours. I love this production line.
Yeah. Mark, when everybody probably knows, Mark does all the ironing at home. All the ironing.
Yeah.
Can I rent you out, Mark? Just, you know, to come do my ironing.
Because I don't like ironing.
Who does?
Yeah, I don't really like ironing. Right, so pop them back as per the picture. Now we're going to join these.
Oh, yeah?
We're going to... I've done it a little bit different, actually.
Yeah,
yeah. So we're going to join these to each other. So... it's the end of the day. So follow what my pictures
You make it spin around whichever way you want, can't you? I mean, it's all individual, so yeah.
If you fancy
as long as you're happy with what you get on there.
No,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a different order of my squares. That's all.
You're just throwing the cameraman completely out.
Sorry.
No, all is good. Do you have a date when you're next back in?
September the 6th.
6th September, yeah. I thought it was 6th, so I just see if what you were going to say. I
Days
think
slip
it's 6th,
one into the other, don't they? Yeah, 6th
Yeah,
of
I bet they do.
September.
And can you give us a sneak peek what you might be bringing?
Well, we're definitely bringing
6.
block sets.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. And who knows?
Who knows? Yes.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Now we've popped on screen for you the cushion option. It's $18.99. You do have all of the different fabric options. Yeah, let's take a look. Here they are. So you've got the black and white delight. Next up, we have got the cozy clouds. Following next is the stylish bouquet, which has got a really nice summery feel to it. Springtime bloom. And then this one is the... oh, hang on. Oh, because there's 2 chambrays. Which one is it? Can we see?
That
is that the Bordeaux?
Provence.
Oh, darn. Right. Oh, no, that one's Chambray and Provence.
Yeah.
Provence. I would have to make it sound nice.
Yeah.
And then, right, there's the Bordeaux.
Lavender and that sort of
Of
colour.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because I couldn't tell quite. Now I see that picture. That's
Bordeaux,
much
red
more
wine.
Bordeaux, yeah.
We tried to make it easy, but just say we just
No, it's all good. It's
complicated
me. It's me. I'm
it.
complicating
I think we
things.
complicated things.
So each option, of course, is $18.99, and your item number's on screen.
All you do now is you join your corners on 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've picked mine up incorrectly, which instead of doing as I say,
Don't
I've
worry.
just gone off piece. So really my black should be here and my white should be here. So I can't swap them over at this
Okay.
stage. So I would put them right.
You're fallible.
It's the end of the day. I seem to have been here for weeks. So all you do to get them joined is to join your match your seams in the middle, and then you'll have overhanging points.
The little ears.
Little ears, yeah. That's fine. So get your centre matched and then put your overhanging here. That's fine. Let them overhang and it doesn't really matter.
Do you still teach workshops as well?
Yeah, we still do. We used to do a lot of classes, didn't we, when we had the shop? Loads. But we don't do as many classes now. But yeah, we still do sit and sews and things, don't we?
Do you do workshops at the Festival of Quilts, or that's just impossible?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's busy enough without trying to think of something else as well. I know that a lot of people do and do a lot of different workshops, but no, I ain't got time.
The size of stand sometimes you have there, you need 2 people on the stand because it can be that busy. And if I go and do a smaller show somewhere, they always say to me, "Oh, where's Pat? What have you done with her? Where is she?" And I said, "Oh, she's at home cutting or getting."
Yeah,
oh,
she's
of course, yes.
I'd rather be
designing or cutting.
I don't like going to shows actually. Most people know that because I'd rather be doing something than standing at a show. You know. It has been a bit different since Hochanda because people come up and they go, "So I've seen you on the telly," and then they start, you have a bit more of a conversation.
Yeah.
But just to stand there and sell my goods, I'd rather be creative.
Yeah.
So.
Now, are you doing a 1/4 of an inch every time?
Yeah, 1/4 of an inch seam.
Yeah.
Every time. And I usually cut all my little threads off as I go along because if not, if you're faced with a big quilt and then you've got all these threads to cut off, it's just such a
time-consuming.
Yeah, not a very enjoyable thing. So if you cut them off as you go along, then you've got the job done before you move forward.
So always make sure you're pressing, aren't you? Shouldn't you
every
always,
stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, every stage. Put it back in the middle.
Okay, it's really growing now.
Yeah, see, it does after not very long. So this will go on this side again. Match your seams, and your ears will be sticking out.
There we go. 1/4 inch seam.
The ears happen because of the 1/4 inch seam, because that's the bit that, the way the maths is done and everything, it always leaves this little bit sticking out the end.
Yeah. And what happens to the ears at the end?
You can trim them off if you want to. I've never got time for trimming.
Oh, I see.
But you could trim your ears off. Like now, I could trim that down level with the line there, so that it'd just be out of the way. There's no point, no purpose for it. So you could do that if you wanted to. So that goes on here. Match my middle, like so. So here, look, if I'd have trimmed them all off, I wouldn't have that bulk there. But lots of people just trim them, and it is nice. It does look.
If you trim it, it reduces the bulk in a bigger quilt and that sort of thing as well, doesn't it? So.
Yeah. Or if you've got a lot of points coming together, especially like this in the middle where there's a pinwheel, if you get rid of them, it does get rid of some of the bulk. So it's. I think it's a nice thing to do, but I don't have time.
Not essential.
Not essential. I didn't trim ears on that quilt. So.
Right, so that's the middle done.
Middle done.
Excellent. I really like the pop of red that you've picked with this. I think that absolutely makes it
too black and white all over.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
All the others, we were happy with the one border.
Yeah.
But this one has got two just to give it the pop of red. It just needed something to lift it.
If you've got that,
See?
you lose that.
You do.
Yeah.
So you need something just to break it up.
And like when people say, I can't put colours together, I don't know what to do, you can see the difference there. Like put it back again, covering the red mark, like that. You can see, that's nice enough, isn't it? But if you move it out the way, then just with the red, it just totally lifts it and makes it look different. So, you know, play about with what you've got and think, oh, does that look better there or whatever.
And then again, it's just personal taste as well.
Yeah.
If you want to put the red in, you can do.
Yeah. So, because it's all cut, this is ready to go on there. This is your... So it doesn't matter which... These are the shortest length borders you've got. Doesn't matter whether they go top or bottom, either side, because it's a square. So that's okay. And you'll notice I don't pin much either. See,
No, I haven't seen a pin once.
No, I do like to speed along, and I find I can move the fabric. You know, you can just move it with your finger, but if you've got a pin there, it's there, isn't it? But if you're more secure with a pin, then that's fine. When we first came on and I was demoing and everything, one of our students said, she said, "You go way too fast, Pat. You're machining fast." She said, "It's like woo," because that's the sort of speed I work at. So I think I've slowed down.
You have slowed down, yeah. It does help when people are trying to watch and learn that you're not going too fast.
Yeah.
But I'm always conscious of wanting to show a lot of things, you see, so you want to try and get as much in as you can. And hours in this building seem to disappear very quickly.
They do, don't they?
Do they ever?
Well, I used to say a lot that there's a Hochanda time thief in the
I
building.
think there
There
is.
is.
That it exists.
Before you know it, the hour's gone, and you think, well, I was going to do so much more in that hour.
I'll just quickly mention, of course, this is part of our Family Favourites event. We've got a prize draw. All you need to do to be in with a chance of winning this lovely gift on the screen is to purchase something, could be anything during this hour. You'll be entered into the prize draw, and we are going to announce a winner at the end of the show. And now there'll be two winners as well, because there's also going to be someone who wins the prize to come here. On the 3rd birthday, I can't believe Hochanda's going to be 3, and that's the 24th of August, so you'll get to meet everybody. So that's a nice little prize. Get to have a little tour around the studio and all of that. Okie dokie.
And touring around the studio, when we first came, we were just fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just such a fascinating thing to see, isn't it?
It's different from when we were in the old building.
And it's different to what you imagine it's going to be like as well.
Yeah. We didn't. We were just, whoa. So now we put the long bits on. So line up at the top.
And again, everything's cut for you. Don't you just crack on with the really creative
with the
bits.
lovely bit.
Open the box and sew.
Yeah, and again, as you mentioned, you know, you've even put it into such a nice gift wrappable shaped box. So it's a good present for people too.
Not that quilters give a box like that away that's got something like that contained. They don't
No, I know.
give it away as a gift. They keep it for themselves.
Yeah.
But if you had someone who you wanted to give it a gift, perfect.
We did a woman rang up when we did the Christmassy shows, and she said, "I bought a Christmas cushion.
Yeah.
I really like another because I gave it to my sister." She said, "I don't know why I
did
did
I
it."
do that? Yeah.
I said, "It's very generous of you." She said, "I know," but then I thought, "Oh, I really did want it."
Right, so the last red piece is going on. Now, of course, if you've got any questions for Pat or Mark, please feel free to send them into studio@hochanda.com. Anything you want to know about the products that we've got on the show. Or, of course, you can even call us at the studio and chat live. Call the usual number, 01733602000, and just ask a member of the team to put you through, and we'll arrange it for you. Wow.
Oh, that's new.
We haven't done it for a while.
No, I don't think we've ever done that.
We've
Somebody ring in.
Somebody
and ask
ring
a
in, that would be good.
Yeah. Not too difficult.
And pictures. We've had pictures sent in before with stuff that
nice.
people made it.
Oh, yes,
good
please, if
pictures
you've
as well.
made anything, do send them in.
We haven't had time to even mention phone calls today,
No,
have we, or anything. It's been really busy.
Quick mention that the Springtime Blooms option on the one-day special Quillo is 70% of the stock gone. Oh, sorry, 75%. That shot up then. So it's $53.99. That's your one-day special price. Or, of course, you can spread the cost on FlexiBuy. 2 payments of £27, 073446 is your item number. You've got less than half an hour now to get it at your one-day special price, because this is final call.
Okay, so our red's on. Now we're going to put our
Border.
blacks on, yeah. And I said it doesn't matter where you put it, and it really doesn't. But because I've put the shorter one on this side, I usually do the same again. So, like, the shorter one's going on first.
I understand.
Doesn't matter, wouldn't make any difference to the cushion. It's just a little...
Personal preference.
Yeah. Like
You find what works, don't you?
Yeah. As I put it down there, and I thought, oh, I'll turn that around. But I thought, it's best to say why you're doing it, but there is no right or
And
wrong.
you automatically do it every time once you've got into the habit of doing it,
The swing of it.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, the border fits beautifully.
In the actual Quillo kit, you do get 2 patterns, one to construct the actual block
Right?
and one to construct the actual Quillo.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. The pictures in the actual Quillo construction are of the black and white quilt, but they are the same for all of the Quillos. So you get the pictures for the black and white, but it's the same construction.
The principle is
all the way
exactly
through.
the
Yes.
same,
Yes.
whatever colour
Yes.
fabric you're using.
So for people open up and think, oh, I've got the wrong instructions, it's just the same principle.
Good. Thank you for pointing out, just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
And also, we did deconstruct one. What show was that in today?
That was the last one with Dave.
Yeah, so
Yes.
1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
So if anybody wants to see, go back. We've done the different stages, so that they can watch that on Rewind, just to see I took the cushion off and talked through everything,
Oh, right.
opened the box, this is exactly what you do. Because it's a bit big, like, nobody wants to see you just sew in great big long strips, do they? Because, you know, they've all got better things to do than watch me sew great big long strips. So we just did it a shortened version, but actually took the cushion off, front off one, and showed people what to do.
Yeah.
So you need to catch that on Rewind if you're not sure, because it's such a simple project and looks so impressive that, you know, it's best to give it a go, really.
And once you've made the block, you've got the block to make again in cushions or whatever you want. If you want a whole quilt made in this block, you can do.
I could imagine that.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
Not quite the way Pat's done hers.
Oh. Why not?
It's a
Be
bit
nice.
different, yours, isn't it?
It's a bit
Individual.
different today. If I hadn't told you, you wouldn't have noticed.
I love working with husband and wife
I'll be in
teams.
trouble.
I quite like it, actually. It's ridiculous, but that's how lots of blocks develop, though.
Yeah.
People do them, and then they do something a little bit different, and they call
look at
it
it
a
and
new
think,
block.
Yeah.
I quite like
So I'm going to call it a new block.
that. Okay.
So, what should I call it?
Don't know. We haven't looked at it. Just think of a name yet, have we? Got to look at it.
So this is coming along really nicely now.
Yeah, look, we're nearly done.
Second strip, and you can see how quickly it is to whip up this block.
The cutting is something that a lot of people don't like and time-consuming. So when it's all done for you, you can see how quickly you can get on and sew rather than just stand there cutting. So yeah.
Just very quickly then, while Pat just finishes off, another reference of the pick and mix. And here we are. So this again is just an idea. You might want to go for a cushion and a Quillo. Of course, they come with different blocks. What else have we got? You could go for just throwing it about. There we go. You could go for these two if you wanted to. You've got a real mix and match. There we go. Which ones would you pick? There we go. Popping them all out. So you've got a lot to choose from here. Now, you've got a £3 saving. Normally, your pick and mix would be £12.99. It's down to £9.99. And your item number for any of the two that you pick is 830283. Now, Springtime Bloom in the Quillo is now limited. Oh, so that's caught...
that's caught up the black and white.
Yeah? It's the... And which one? And Bordeaux. Whoa, that's suddenly
Race to the line, then.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who will finish first? I've just dropped something. Excuse me.
I think it'll be black and white.
You reckon that's still going to go first?
Yeah.
There we go. Finished.
Hey, doesn't this look good?
That looks lovely, I like it.
Let's hold this up.
Yeah.
That is really nice, isn't it? And we were saying earlier, this is such a great unisex set of colours and colourway block, and the pattern itself is really nice. So again, details on screen there for you for the Aquilo. The Aquilo kit at $53.99. That's such a nice block.
Like it.
Okie dokie, so we're going to have a quick recap now while Pat resets. What are you going to do next, Pat?
I think we'll do a block from the block set 5.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
That's a bit hard to say, isn't it?
Everything's hard to say today, all these names and that.
So just while Pat gets herself set, we've got a really nice video. It makes me smile because I hadn't seen this earlier. Take a little look. Now, the black and white Quillo is hanging on by a thread, Mark.
Come on, the black and white.
Literally a
Come on, the black
thread.
and white one.
We want to send this to a good home. As we were saying, it's a really nice unisex set of colours and whatnot, and really nice patterns.
Good for a student going away.
Yes, which is going to be soon, isn't it?
September-ish time, I imagine,
It'll be there
as
before
well
we know
as
it.
those as well.
Yeah.
But I think the black and white would probably be more apt.
And it's a really good size, this one. I mean, it's just going to cover all of you. Oh, and if I mean, I know we're in this heat wave at the moment, but you know what's going to happen with English weather is that'll be over soon, and
quickly.
then you're going to want to snuggle up on the sofa with something like this.
It's 45 inches by 60.
Right.
So it's a nice size. Opens out, as you were shown, to a quilt, and then we can easily fold away into a cushion.
Yep.
So if you've got storage issues, you don't want all your bedding put somewhere in the way all the time, excellent idea.
Really nice. And so for anybody just joining us, do you want to talk us through what we get in the kit?
Yeah, the top of the actual cushion is this block, which Pat's just made, and again, all cut, as you can see, all the strips, all the triangles, and actually the background, the border. The inside of the actual Quillo is the black as well, so it matches the back of the Quillo so it doesn't stand out. And then obviously the wadding you get here is for the actual cushion section there.
Yes, and then of course you can see all of that lovely fabric as well for the rest
top,
of it.
Yeah.
That's really nice. There we go. So that's your black and white option, super limited. I really think it's going to go this hour. Next one that we've got then is the stylish bouquet. I really like yellow and grey together. There's something about it.
Classy sort of colours, aren't they?
Very classy.
Crisp.
And very uplifting,
Crisp, yes,
that's really
lovely.
nice. So, same again, you'll get what you need in the kit if you just want to make the full Quillo go for the extra wadding, which we'll show you in a second. So that is your bouquet. And then next up, we have got the springtime bloom. This puts a smile on my face as well. There's something vintagey about this one.
Both of these would sit nicely in conservatories.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, with the sun shining through the windows. Ah, it's lovely. So check out those lovely fabrics. Really, really lovely, uplifting, lovely, kind of juicy colours with
Back
these
of the car
fabrics.
as well. Take it away out if you're going out for the day or something like that. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
In the caravan?
Yes, caravan, camping or anything like that, yeah.
That's
Excellent,
perfect. OK, so remember we have sold out of 3 options. Now pretty much everything else that we've got here, the other 3 are pretty much limited. So if you want to go for this, it's 2 payments if you want to spread the cost on FlexiBuy of £27, or it's $53.99. And then we've got the wadding.
The
So
wadding,
we'll bring
yeah,
this out.
which is-
So we highly recommend, don't we? So if you're going to make the quillo,
Yeah.
go for this.
Go for this wadding. It's lovely, puffy. It gives a nice bounce, and it makes a cushion when you fold it into a cushion feel and look like the other cushion. So if you've got two together, hopefully you couldn't tell which is which.
Yes, and it's lovely and soft. Details again are on screen for you there. Thank you, Mark. But yeah, we do recommend that you go for the wadding. And then we've also got these fabulous cushions. So of course these are the same fabrics as the quillos, so it'd be really nice if you can go for a cushion as well. Then you've got the matching set. I'm all about the matching set. So as you can see, we have got the black and white that's got the Peace and Plenty block on it.
Yep.
We've got the Cozy Clouds that's got the zigzag. You've got the Stylish Bouquet that's got the churn block.
Churn dash, yeah.
Churn dash.
Churn dash, yeah.
And then you've got the Springtime Blooms that's got the square and square.
Yep.
Then you've got the Bordeaux style chambray.
You're thinking of the wine, then,
I
weren't you?
was,
see
yeah,
it?
there you go. And so that's got the Aunt Eliza style.
Yes, yeah. Which
And
is
then-
quite a different,
It is,
different
isn't it?
one. It's an unusual block.
Look at that. It is, it's really nice to look at. And then the final one here, we've got the chambray in Provence, and that has got the pinwheel.
Yeah, which is a pinwheel is quite a block that's used a lot in patchwork.
Yeah, it's a really popular one, isn't it?
That's the word, popular.
Yeah, £18.99 for any of these options. 975363 is your item number. Now, block 5, so this is what Pat's going to demonstrate. Here it is on the screen for you, the patterns that you'll be getting. Now, this is approaching limited stock, so again, this one might not last the hour. This is £18.99. 448843 is your item number. Do have a look on the website for all of the other blocks that Pat and Mark have been bringing over the months. So this is the latest edition, and we shall see it in action in a second. Do give us a call. 01733602000 is the number, or you can check out on the website at hochanda.com. And remember, you've only got a few minutes remaining to make your purchase in order to be entered into the prize draw, which will announce the 2 winners at the end of the show. Okay, over to you then, Pat.
Okie dokie. We're going to do the Rising Star block now. This is the block here.
She's coming to you.
She's coming to me. She's coming to me. There we go. Great. If you look at it, it's a star. The greeny colour is one star, and the brown inside is another star.
Right.
So it's called a rising star. And the technique you use is the same for both stars, but you can't start with your pieces laid out exactly as I have before, because you have to make squares into pointy bits before you can do that.
Okay.
We did a block earlier today, the sawtooth with 9 patch. Have we got that? Yeah. We made this, and it's the same. I try to introduce different techniques. So we're going to make this section again, but in a different way. So rather than everybody just keep repeating the same technique over and over, if we can do a different one, they're learning something else.
Yeah.
So this was one technique where you started with 3 triangles. This time we're starting with squares and rectangles, which when you look at the block, you think, squares and rectangles, how are we going to get there? So on the pattern, I've got my square pieces, tells you what size, and you draw a diagonal line across corner to corner on the fabric. So you do that on all of the squares it tells you to, and then obviously the bigger square goes with the bigger rectangle and the smaller one goes with the small one, but the technique's exactly the same. So take your rectangle, place the square, lining up all of the edges like so, and we're going to sew this time on the drawn line. If you want to, if you just need to be, what you're going to do is you're going to cut it off and fold the fabric back, and you want it to fill the space so it makes the point. So if you want to do your stitching line just a needle's width to the outside of your drawn line, it'll help you. It just takes up the fold of the fabric.
Yeah.
Like instead of being one piece, when you fold anything, it does get a little bit. And most books or anything will tell you to stitch exactly on the line.
Yeah.
But if you can go just a smidgel to the right.
Smidgel, I like that word.
Yeah,
Technical, a
just a
smidgel.
little smidgel to the right hand side. You'll see.
You'll get known as Pat Smidgel now.
I will.
That's a good name. I like it.
We've got one friend who calls me Mrs. Patch, doesn't she?
Yeah, Mrs.
She always
Patch.
calls me Mrs. Patch.
Yeah.
Actually, where did Totally Patched come from?
Oh, it was just a friend. When I started out, a friend was, with me, and you have a few drinks one night, and what are we going to
Throw
call
some names
this?
around
And,
Yeah.
and we just ended up with Totally Patched.
I see.
Totally
I like
patched.
that.
So if you look at the stitched line, I started off exactly on the line, and then I've gone a smidgel, you see, the other side of it.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see because it's so close, really. You just look as if you're stitching on the line. So do that, and then what you do, you have to chop that bit off, which is a bit scary. But you can do it with a pair of scissors. If you don't have rotary cutting equipment, it's fine. You've stitched here,
These are pointless scissors.
there. So you want to cut this bit off, the outside bit, as you can see on our pictures.
Right.
Exactly what you do. We're here, and we're going to cut this bit off there. Okay?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, so you're a reasonable way away, actually.
Yeah, about 1/4 of an inch.
I
Doesn't
see.
have to be exact. Yeah, you don't want to go too close because it's your seam, so if it's too close. So this you can save for another day and do something with it. And then you press this seam out towards the edge, which I will do, like so. And it then, you see, it's filled the space
Yeah.
that this has come from. So you've replaced that. And the advantage you do using this technique is that it is a little bit wasteful of fabric, but you're dealing with squares and rectangles, no bias edges.
Right.
With triangles, bias edges will stretch a little bit. So, it's just an easier way of getting the same result, really. And as I said, I've done different techniques for different methods so that everybody can see, you get the best. You think, oh, I don't like it that way, or I prefer it this way. So with the block sets, you're getting the experience of different things, which is what we wanted to do. This is...
A lot of the stars in the actual quilt are the same design, but in different sizes and different colours
Okay.
as well. So, and Pat's done different techniques with them, so you're still learning every time you make it the same star.
Yeah. Now, just to let you know, we've got about 7 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't think we'll finish this.
Don't
Don't
worry,
think
it's
you're
nice
gonna-
to see it
Only because
progress.
it's, you're doing quite a few little techniques. So I'm going to just do each one so you can
Okay.
see. So again, you press this out, and then you've got a lovely, this is called a flying geese
As it
unit.
shows on there.
Oh, yeah.
There we are. And then you've got your point here, and this bit here is the seam allowance that you'll join it to the next bit with.
Right.
If your point was at the top, you'd lose your point when you joined it to something. So that's there because it becomes your seam allowance.
When you put
Okay.
join it to the next piece of fabric.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And just quickly while you're pressing that, Pat, I do need to announce the winner.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go for the prize draw. It is Anita White. Congratulations. You have this is the gift that you'll be getting. Winging its way to you. That's the Let's Get Started cushion. So well done to you, Anita White. And then the winner of the day for our 3rd birthday, which is the 24th of August, is Margaret Eames. Congratulations. So you'll get to come here, have a look around the studio, meet everybody, and I hope you have a lovely day. So congratulations to you.
I've just put the smaller one on the smaller rectangle. Press again. I really like making this block.
It's therapeutic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's just a nice.
Yeah.
I like when a block has got a bit more interest. It just makes it
More interesting.
more interesting.
I was waiting for you to say that.
So you're doing exactly the same thing you were doing, just a smidge,
Yeah, just a smidge.
but on a smaller
Smidgel.
piece.
Smidgel.
Sorry, yeah, I knew that wasn't quite right.
Smidgel. Yeah, on the smaller one. So exactly the same. Cutting off my. Cut this bit off.
You've got a lot of pieces there in the way.
I did cut. I was prepping for next month.
Yeah.
And I have you seen them on my table? And I was prepping next month's blocks, and I cut them all out, ready to make my samples, and then was prepping kits for this month.
Yeah.
And I did think they were a bit close to my cutting mat, and then I sliced through about 4 squares.
Oh, so frustrating.
Yeah. They sort of got tucked up underneath something else. And
if when you're cutting you think, this is a bit thick.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You see, so that would go on there. Let's go over a page. Let's see.
Yeah.
Like so. So that would go on here, so it forms the points of this star here.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah. Brilliant. So that's what that brown bit's doing. So you do all 4 of those, and then you do all 4 of these, and they go round that. So you're actually, the central square forms a star of its own, and it becomes the central square for the next piece. So this is the one.
Oh yeah. So
like that there.
Yeah. So this is the centre.
Yeah.
This one is the centre
you
of
can
the
see it
small
against
star.
the picture now. Yeah.
Yeah. But when they're all on, it'll form a square of its own, a star of its own, which will become the centre of the bigger square.
It's really clever, that.
Yeah, it is.
A quick mention again of the pick and mix, because they're doing really well. So you can get, you pick 2 patterns of your choice, whether it be 2 Quillo patterns, it could be 2 cushion patterns, or you could just do a Quillo of one and a cushion of another. Right, Springtime Bloom in the Quillo. Is this of the one-day special? Oh, sorry. Of the patterns, okay, just to check. Right, sorry. Springtime Bloom of the Quillo in the pattern, gone. Right, there we go. Bordeaux in the pattern is very limited as well, as is black and white in the pattern. So that is $9.99 if you want to go for the 2 out of the ones that are remaining. So have a little look at all these patterns. Here we go. All right, so should we ask Emily, our director, which 2 she's going to go for? What do you reckon? Choices. Bordeaux, what, in the Quillo or the cushion? Quillo, okay. What do you fancy cushion-wise? Square and square. There we go. That's what Emily's picking. Add it to your basket, and then you can just check out. And there you go. You got a nice little £3 saving. $9.99 for those.
See, Emily.
Everybody's different.
Emily chose 2 different ones,
Yes.
so she'll learn
She
more.
listened to you. That,
She did.
heard what you said earlier.
No, it's because she's,
So she's got two techniques, 2
because
patterns.
she's a lady. I think it's because she's a lady. She made the economic
I'm saying
choice.
nothing. I'm outvoted 2 to 1 already. So.
I'm neutral. I'm Switzerland. So, right, how are we doing? That's really nicely coming together.
When we were doing the Quillos, we couldn't. All along, we haven't known which we like best. And we just said we sat one morning, which do you think you like best? And I said, I can't choose. And then Mark said, I can't. And then eventually
Just did it all.
First of all, when we saw the fabrics,
Yeah.
I thought, oh yeah, I like that one. I like those fabrics together. They work well. No, not too sure about those. But once you've actually made the item, your opinion changes because you think, oh, it works better than I thought it was.
I really like it.
So we couldn't decide, could we? No.
Now we've literally got 2 minutes left. So do you reckon once you've sewn that, we can maybe just place it out and have a little look?
We can't really because.
Oh, okay.
Well, no.
It's not a problem,
these
is
will
it?
go. No, these will go in the. If we got 4 of these go in the corners.
I see.
Which gives you your central bit. Then these will have. No, Mark. No.
It's like a cheek.
No. You've got to do that.
Okay.
So, this will go on here.
Yep.
And then, one's under the sewing machine. One's under the machine. No. Then one's under the sewing machine, which we
I'm
can't.
just going to sit back here.
All right.
I'm not going to say anything.
It's been a long,
Funny old
hard
day this today.
It has been a
Funny old day.
And it's red hot outside again,
I
isn't
know.
it?
I know.
Gorgeous.
So warm.
I hope it's red hot where everybody is, but.
Right, there's that last little bit. How long have we got, please? Oh gosh, just a minute and a half. All right then.
No good.
Don't worry.
No good.
Oh, and this has just gone limited. This is block 5. This one's gone limited.
5. So we would. If we carried on, this
Yep.
would be on here. So that would give you your central star.
It looks so good, doesn't it? Yeah. And then obviously, as we said, you've got the full instructions.
Yeah. So That's more or less.
Fabulous, that looks really good, doesn't it?
Nearly.
So if you'd like to go for block 5, details are on screen. It's $18.99, but it's really, really, really limited. And of course, the one-day special, you've still got a couple of options of that left. Do go for it, it's $53.99, but at the end of the hour, in a few minutes, it's going to go back up. You can also spread the cost on FlexiBuy as well. Your item number is 073446. If you're going for the Quillo, we really advise that you go for the wadding, which is at the bottom of the screen, and obviously that's made to fit the Quillo absolutely perfectly. So do give us a call, 01733 60 2000. Check out on the website at hochanda.com. Don't forget you can go for your pick and mix options of the patterns as well. They'll be on the website. So very quickly then, you said you're back on September the
6th.
September the 6th.
Thank everybody who supported us today. We've had a great day.
Thank you.
Bless you. And lovely working with you.
Thank you.
More coming up right after this. It's the one-day special with Barbara. Coming up next, as I said, we are crafting with clarity for the one-day special. Barbara's in the house with Paul. And then we've got craft price drop. And then, of course, the one-day special after that.
This fantastic pack of versatile, high-quality 280 GSM A4 cardstock is ideal for all your paper crafting needs. With 40 sheets, you'll have more than enough to explore and experiment with this great crafting resource. To stock up now, check out www.hochanda.com.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mays from Hobby Art. Hobby Art's a family-run company and we've been designing and manufacturing stamps for over 28 years now. We have an extensive range of clear and rubber stamps and we're proud that they're all manufactured in Britain. Whatever your style, there's always something that will interest you with Hobby Art stamps. Crafting is my passion and I love teaching. I love sharing my ideas with other people. This is why I enjoy being part of the Hochanda family, because I have the time to share my ideas, maybe open a door for somebody and give them the confidence to start stamping. So make sure you join me, Jenny Mays, on Hochanda.
Hello, my name's Sandra Rushton. I'm an artist, a colourist, but most of all, I'm a crafter. From a very, very early age, I can remember drawing pictures and turning them into cards so I could send them to my friends and family. My artwork is mostly steampunk inspired, anything to do with clocks and cogs, but I also like that little bit of fantasy, that little bit of something different, where you're more curious and you want to look a little bit deeper into the images I bring to you. We're a family-run business. It's myself and my husband here in Nottinghamshire. We design and make everything on site here in the office. Whether it's colouring or crafting, whether it's cards, mixed media, or you're just looking for something a little bit unique, a bit different, then please come and join me on my shows on Hochanda.
Good evening. You know it's going to be busy. It is 6 o'clock. It is a Sunday evening, and we are already getting loads of you going for the brand new, fantastic dies from Clarity. Now, that's Barbara. Good to see you.
And good to see you too, Dave.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I was just absolutely amazed at that VT just now. That is so clever.
It's shown the dies off at their best. They are absolutely stunning, because dies are a fairly new departure for you, aren't they?
For me, they're completely new. I've never been into dies, but I really like paper cutting, and so our dies are kind of aperture dies, and you'll see immediately they don't have an outer cutting edge, so you get these beautiful openings, these paper cuts.
This is only the third series of dies that that Barbara and the team have actually developed, and I had the good fortune of launching the first one. I remember that, and it flew. Already we've got lots of you coming through for this. You're saving, to start off with, £21 while buying the one-day special, but look at these stunning images you've got. Who doesn't love flowers? They're appropriate for everything. This one is chamomile. This one, next to it there, is cornflower in the centre. 4 by 4 inch deluxe cutting dies, as you can see. The daisy is the third one just there as well. Then down to the next level. We then go down to the next 3. The one on that side is your primrose. In the middle, we've got the periwinkle, and then far right, my far right, is the marigold. But the difference is these don't cut out the outside edge, do they?
No,
they stay
that's
in the
right.
cardstock.
So at the moment, you're looking at the packaging, for example. If you look at the actual die here, then you'll see this outer edge here doesn't have a cut on it.
No.
So what we've got also on the show is the nested circles to create the cuts, and you can then put the outer edge where. Sorry. You can put the outer edge. Well, you're taller than me. As wherever you like.
Absolutely.
So, for example...
So it gives the whole die much more versatility at the end of the day.
So if you look at one of the examples here by Wendy, you'll see that she's cut it, the circle, straight into a piece of like a square piece of card. You haven't got to cut this, that's already the card. But you can take, for example, I'm going to do one. I'll show you. Hang on a minute. Here it is.
Here you go.
There.
Right.
You see, this is one of the demos that I want to do with you, and you'll see the circle now has been created in the white, and then it's been overlaid on the blue. So that's where the circle nests come in. Massive control.
Now, already in 3 minutes into the show, nearly 10% of the available stock to us has gone. It is busy. Let us show them to you individually, and I know you've got some black and white cards just to show what they can do.
I thought this was a really good idea to show. So, for example, here we're looking at the chamomile, and you can see just simply cut out of our white, these are our white these card blanks, and there it is, cut out of the black. See, now I could spend all my days just cutting these out because I think they're absolutely marvellous. Let's go to the next one. And here we've got, there we go, that's the cornflower, that's in black, that's cut out of white. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful. Next one is
have a look.
daisy.
This is gorgeous. See, now we're just black on white. How bed and breakfast in Wales is this? Look at that on the walls. I mean, just beautiful. You know, if you make cards to sell, we talked about this recently at a workshop, and you want some return on your investment, I mean, these are just such sellable, beautiful, simple things. You literally just knock them out.
That one is the marigold, okay?
Isn't that beautiful?
Stunning, they're all gorgeous. The next one is the periwinkle, sorry. This is the periwinkle.
This is the periwinkle, and you can see again, so they're all they're 4 inch in diameter, and they've been cut out of the cards, the black and white cards.
And then the last one is your primrose.
And here it is now. We're looking at the same one.
Yep.
Are we?
Yep.
Yeah, there we are. There it is. Isn't that wonderful?
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, lots of you have already got the first two sets that Barbara released. This is the third set in the series from Clarity Stamps.
So
you're getting an amazing opportunity today, and it's also on Flexi. Let me just explain the housekeeping. If you want them, you're not only getting the dies, you're also getting this book of inspiration as well, which is 30 projects. 3 of your great design team have
Wendy Thorburn, Sheila Metzeler and Dee Paramore.
Brilliant. So they've all done projects in here, and they give you a shopping list of what they've used, so you know exactly what you need to create the same card that they've done.
So you can see here that the project, so my job the first hour is to just show you the basics and to explain. I'm no paper engineer. These ladies and Paul, they're the experts on this. And so I'm going to show you the basic rules and tricks, and then I'm going to hand over to Paul Paul at 8 o'clock, and he's going to then take it to the next level for more. But I want to encourage people that have never done any die cutting.
Now, this book is beautifully produced. It's worth £10.99. You're getting it with your 6 dies today in the one-day special, and you're saving £21 off what you should be paying today. And to make it even better and even more of an option that you can go for right now, we can let you have it on 2 flexi buys as well. So it is $39.97. That's a delivered price if you're a Freedom member, and $39.97 in 4 weeks' time. But $79.93 is your one-day special, but on flexi buy it locks that price for a whole month. You can split it into 2 payments if you want to.
Very good, isn't it?
Very good, very good. Now, some of the finished cards, look at these.
Yeah, I mean, they are absolutely super. That's Dee's work. And again, you know, all these projects will be found within the book.
Yep.
And the ingredients are listed, a step-by-step is included. So this book comes with the 6 dies. And that means that when you get home, I'll show you, I'll hold this one, you've already got lots of extra ideas and inspiration and projects to work through. And it's ideas and inspiration, it's just learning, isn't it?
Hey, Barb, I love this. Look at this.
Isn't that great?
What a brilliant way of using those dies. Very imaginative.
It's very clever. I saw this and I thought, oh, I've got to read how she's done this.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier than you think. You make the card and then you cut out the die.
Fab.
Because I thought, how did you get such a fantastic stamped image? But of course, I know now.
Well, let's break it down and show you what you're actually getting today. You get all of these brand new dies, remember. Here we go, look, you get your Chamomile and Friends Aperture die. You've got your Cornflower, your Marigold, your Primrose, your Daisy and Friends Aperture die, and your Periwinkle. And you then get the Clarity book as well, Floral Friends and Inspiration. All of that combined should be £100.93. You're getting it today for $79.93, and I've got to urge you to pick up the phone or go online now, because nearly 20% of the entire stock is gone. We're 7 minutes past 6, for goodness sake. Crikey, we've got loads and loads and loads of these available, but they're going quickly. Now, also proving very popular are these circles. Now, these have been produced very much with the one-day special dies in mind.
Precisely. Because the outer edge on the dies doesn't have a cutting edge, we need to create a cutting edge if we don't want to just simply cut an aperture, a paper cut out of a card, which looks beautiful, by the way. But then, of course, when you get more advanced, you want to create an edge. And these have got 11 circles within, now, which is great.
I'm not saying that yours are the only dies that go down this small, but you've got a 1-inch circle. I don't know many other nesting dies that go down to that level. So everything from 1 inch up to 6 inches and half-inch increments as well. So you've got 11 dies here. Look at this price, $17.99. Even if you've got other circular dies for nesting and matting and layering, are they going to be specifically the right size to do what you want to do with these dies? Possibly not. Go for these today. You can pop them in your flexi order if you want to as well, and spread the cost over 2 payments. So if you're a Freedom member, you don't pay $19.99, it's just $17.99, and in a flexi order that would only then be £9 today and £9 in 4 weeks.
And that actually would retail for $24.99 under normal circumstances. So that's a £25 die set.
Have a guess how much of that's gone already?
Go on.
Quarter. No. A quarter of the stock nearly is gone on these. Lots of you are buying both.
And you know, I honestly thought that people would already have nested circles and squares, and we realised as soon as we brought the square nests in, we thought, oh no, because they really like the quality and the number of them for the good price. So
now I've got another announcement as well. We are still continuing our fantastic family favourites event this weekend. So every single hour is going to have a prize and a competition. Well, not competition, it's a draw basically. What you've got here is the chance to own these. Now these were one of the first ones that you did. Well, they're the second ones, those.
These were the first ones. These were the very first ones. We launched them together.
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah, absolutely. I remember now. So these are the peas and the pods. So you're getting all 4 of those. That is our prize. Should be nearly £60 in value. We'll give those away. One set of those may be coming your way at 10 to 7 this evening. That's when we'll announce the winner. And all you have to do, quite simply, is buy something in the show. And the computer will randomly choose one of you as the winner of this prize at about 10 to 7 in about 50 minutes or 40 minutes' time. Also, we'll do the draw for another invitation to our birthday party here at Hochanda. If you would like to come along, we'll do another draw, random draw again, and invite one of you along. It's the 24th of August if you'd like to come, and we'll tell you who's won that ticket at the same time.
I've got to show this off.
Cute.
I think this is so impressive. This is Sheila's creation, and she's using the circle dies to make this beautiful mobile. Isn't that delightful?
That is wonderful.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
Hopefully we won't be needing them for a long time.
These paper engineers never... What was that?
Hopefully won't be needing them for a little while.
Well, the brollies?
Yeah.
No, I hope not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
No.
We're enjoying the sunshine.
But aren't they beautiful?
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely
okay.
super.
Well, already lots of you have got the one-day special ordered, so you're sitting down now wanting to see the demos with Barbara. If you haven't ordered them yet, the sooner you order the better, because the stock is not going to last the day. It's pretty obvious. So busy.
Right, here we go then.
Let's do it.
Right, this is me stretching my knowledge. This is so simple, though, I have to say. Famous last words. But I think it's important that you see, this is, before we begin, you know we were looking at the black and the white.
Yeah.
Let's just take one of the cards, for example, this black one, and I want to show you what happens when we take our coloured papers or cards, you know, our designer papers. So, you know, when we start adding... it's a bit of a strange angle on this, isn't it? Do you think that might be better if I hold it up like so?
Yeah.
That's better, isn't it?
That's a bit ready. Yeah.
There we go. So I'm just working out now which is upside down and back to front. That's about right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see here that by just slotting in different colours into the background, you can completely transform the pictures. Look.
Now these toppers, we've got them on the bottom of the screen. Actually, got 4 options to choose from. You're really well known for a lot of your backgrounds.
There we go. So these backgrounds, this is a Northern Lights background, for example. This is another Northern Lights background. So you can see these toppers now. If I bring this in, I can change the background too. So if I want more pink, I just roll it over to that side, and that's the bit I use. And this is what we're going to do for the first demo. But when you use the toppers, this card, I'm going to show you how to add glitter to this as well.
Wow.
Let me just take you here, for example. So what we've done here is we're going to use this particular piece of card and we're going to add glitter to it. Very, very simple. That's what I want to show you now.
OK, fantastic. Now, bear in mind, the one-day special is hopefully going to last 24 hours. We don't think it will do at the moment. The level of interest and the number of you that are on the phones placing your order for this is huge. A lot of you possibly have got the first issue, the second issue as well. Over a quarter of the entire day's stock has gone in 12 minutes. That gives you some idea as to the volume of people that are ordering at the moment. If you are on the phones and you can possibly, if you're in a queue and you want to get out of the queue and go onto the website and order them that way, that's the quickest way to do it, hochanda.com. Otherwise, 01733 60 2000 to get your one-day special. Oops. Oops.
OK, right.
Didn't order enough.
We brought in more than you can imagine. Right, so what we're going to do now is make our sandwich. Now, as far as the machine that you're going to use, the die-cutting machine, I like the Gemini.
Yeah, me too.
I do like the Gemini. I think it's got a bit of, you know, it really goes through.
Well, it
but
does
having
all the
said
hard
that,
work for you too.
It does. It's a no-brainer. But having said that, the e-bosser that I had before, that works a treat. The Grand Caliber, I'm not so keen on all that, but, you know...
The Tangerine works well as well. I mean, they're all good, work. But the electronic ones, they're the machine of choice, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so. So this is what we're going to do. We've got this is the layering or the sandwich for the particular Gemini, and then I'm going to borrow an idea of Dee's on here, so that when we don't keep cutting and chewing up our this plate, we're going to put down one of these poly bags. Have you seen this?
No.
It's quite good.
That cuts down the wear on your plates, does
it? It really does.
Oh,
and then what we're going to do is we're going to put down the card on there, and then we're going to put the blades facing down. Now I've got to decide, is it going to open at the bottom, is it a bottom opener, or is it a top opener? This is going to be the front of the card. So I've decided where I want my aperture to be, if you like, and then I'm going to take my masking tape to hold it in place.
If my memory serves me right, haven't they got a special coating on them?
Yeah, they're Teflon coated.
Right, so the cardstock literally falls out of the die once you've used it.
Yeah, it does indeed.
The top quality, as you expect with Barbara. You know, no corners have been cut off, no stone left unturned. They're top quality.
Yeah, they're lovely. They're really nice to use. So we've done that. Then I'm going to take the frosted one and put that on there. Now, instead of using the magnet on the top of that, I'm using the magnet just as a shim. And the reason I'm doing that is because I found when you put the sandwich through, the magnet tends to start buckling up and changing shape.
Okay.
So I only need it for a particular... See, this is the advantage of not being a die-cutting expert. You work out the logical part of it.
Well, actually, over the last couple of years that we've been working together, you've
I hope I've done this the right way around.
I've got faith. I mean, you've developed a love for parchment now, which you never knew before, never had.
No.
So that's another thing. And we're all learning, aren't we? In craft, we're learning constantly. Even people like Barbara. Stamps were always her thing.
Even people, you're joking, aren't you? But I honestly think that this is some of the best we've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, I love stamps. I'm a stamper. You know I am. But I love the look of these dies.
Doesn't this also tell you how pleased everyone was with the first and the second issue if we're so busy for the third?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what's, you know, like Mel, who illustrated these, my friend Melanie, she was at one of the workshops the other week. We had the retreats.
Yeah.
And Mel was there, and she's the artist. She draws the pictures. Well, she was the first person to stand up and go and buy a Gemini. She said, I've got to do this. This is it.
Brilliant.
You know. She said, I love the look, which is exactly what I like. You see, so when you take this out...
Look at that.
There you go. So that's that.
That's the Teflon coating.
There's a little tiny bit of black in there, but it comes out easily. There you go.
There you go, look. Isn't that the easiest die to clean? No prodding or poking, it just literally falls out.
No, and then what you'll find is, because we've used Dee's idea with this, right, it really protects your plastic, because normally you end up really taking a chunk out of the plastic
That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
helps prolong the life
Dee.
of your plates. Good thinking.
And there you go, so that's all fallen out. So that's that done.
Just hold this up for you. I'll just
How
get a bit
easy is that?
We've also got our white and our black card blanks in the show if you want those. They're available in lots of different sizes as well. They're coming up on the screen any second. But that's what's just been cut out and die cut beautifully. 40 black and 40 white cards. 80 in total, all pre-scored. Always a popular choice actually at £29.96. 5x5 size, 6x6, 7x7 and 8x8. Some of the most popular sizes of cards, and of course in black and white as well. Add that into your flexi order with the one-day special, and it's only what just under £15 to pay today.
Is it?
Yeah, if you spread it into two payments.
Is that the one we're using?
Yeah.
Right, OK. Here's one I did earlier, just in case that didn't turn out. All right. To be sure. Yeah. Right. So now we've got that, and I've decided that it's going to be one of those openers.
Right.
And so what we need to do now is add the card to the back. And in order to do that, we need to put an adhesive here.
OK.
So what we want to do next is add adhesive to this. Annette, Paul.
He's nodding.
I think this is what I'm doing. Is it? I've had a moment.
You can do it that way or do it straight onto the card.
I'm going to do it this way. No.
With something underneath it.
What do you mean?
Paul's going to
I've had a moment. Sorry.
No.
Hang on.
You can put it on there,
let me think it through. So if I put it on here,
then
isn't
peel
it?
it off and stick it on the...
Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Oh, I know.
It's been a mental day. So I've taken my card, I've done that, then I'm going to do this. I've just got to think of it logically, haven't I? Then I'm going to take that.
That'll work.
Right, well, it will, as long as I make sure that I don't go and stick, isn't it? So I've got to put the mat... I couldn't have done this in a more complicated way. Right, so we're going to do that. I've just had a little bit of a mental block. Do you ever get those, Dave?
Well,
that'll work.
Yeah, that'll work really well.
So now I've just got to take this, decide whether I want yellow to the bottom or yellow... I'm going to have yellow to the top, do you see? So I've got the sticky. And then I'm going to go like that down here, and I know it's going to fit, because it's cut to fit. Then when I do that, see, if I didn't put the wax paper under there, then I'd have the right television life moment, right? So now, OK.
Breathe a sigh.
You know when your ear's scratching and you could go like that, but you go like that? That's what I just do. Okie dokie. Right. Just dodged a bullet there,
You did, didn't you? I was thinking of that. No, but it's nice because you're learning.
I'll hang on to that. You never know, I might need it in a minute.
But we're all learning, aren't we? Try new things.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I don't try this, I'll never learn.
No.
You know, and
but
that's
also,
the point.
it's a great idea to put this book in with the dies as well, because maybe you're like Barbara and new to die cutting, or you want to try new things. The ladies, the 3 design team ladies that have put this together, show you everything step by step, list everything that you need, whether you need double-sided sticky or not, whether you need glitter or not, what dye they're using, so you can recreate exactly what they've done in this book, and that's in your one-day special as well, worth £10.99. And that's on the bottom of the screen.
So, So what we're going to do next is Perga glitter.
Okay.
This is beautiful for this. And what we want to do, because obviously the sticky is visible now. And so what we're going to do now is just add a little bit of glitter. This is beautiful. I've used the gold, the hint of gold. Right, so we're just going to do that like so. We've got a bit of copy paper underneath. I'm just going to rub so that it just catches. There we are. It just catches all the adhesive. See, the thing about this Perga glitter, it's ultra fine, and it's also anti-static, so you'll see that it pretty much comes off completely off the card.
That's
and it will in a minute.
Isn't it?
I'm gonna, and the other thing is that when I just make a little funnel, you see, and then when I tip it back into the pot like so, I don't lose hardly any at all.
You've used
there
next to nothing, but
I've used
enough
next to nothing
to cover where the adhesive was.
And so that's it. So imagine if you were doing a Christmas fete, or you actually want some return on your investment on your thousands. This would be such a simple, beautiful way of creating.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Using one of those background toppers,
So
a little bit of
simple.
Perga glitter, and the die that is the one-day special today. There it is. Simple, quick, easy, and the glitters quickly. Well,
and on the inside it looks lovely too, because you've just got white, you see, on the inside there. So it's very simple then, just to write your message on.
Now, if you fancy those Perga glitters, we don't often get to show them to you. You've got 6 iridescent colours in the container as well, in the little carry case, and it's $19.99, and they are the finest glitters imaginable. They really, really are. So if you'd like to go for those, not just for parchment, but for general card making, $19.99 the price. You can pop those in your flexi order as well with the one-day special, if you'd like to. Now, it is our family favourites event as well, and you're very much a family company, aren't you, Clarity?
Very much so, yeah. Oh, it's 25 years next month.
Is it?
A quarter of a century. I don't even like to think about it like that. But 25 years ago was when we first came up with transparent stamps.
Right.
When I lived in California and the kids were nippers, and my mum and dad were very active in the company, and my brother, he was with me, he's always been there. And here we are now, 25 years later. We still make the stamps, we still win the awards with the stamps. We've got the stencils, we've got the Groovy, of course, which has absolutely taken the world by storm. We've acquired Pergamano as a result of that. We've got a fantastic team of designers. You can see Stuart there in the picture.
Yeah.
We've got... The family has grown. My brother is still there. He's in charge of the all things Groovy production. Steve Ellen in the back, he's our marketing man. You know, the family is growing. And even though there are still, like, the family line, as in Mum, Dad, Steve, Dave now, then the family gets bigger. We've got Paul involved. He's like family. Maria. They've been with us for so many years, they end up being your family.
And just seeing the reaction with you meeting Barbara, if you see her at shows and things like that, Clarity Stamp has always got such a fantastic reaction from crafters all over the UK. Now, there's Paul there, and he will be here tonight at 8 o'clock to do that show, so watch out for more hints and tips from Paul as well. We've actually got an event coming up fairly soon as well that Clarity's organised at Leyburn. Take a little look at this and go along if you fancy going.
Hi, Barbara here from Clarity Stamp. One of the highlights of the annual Clarity calendar is our open days. This is when we get together both up north and down south to celebrate all things Clarity, stamps, stencils, and now, of course, groovy parchment art. Many of our talented design team put on a demo extravaganza which is sure to delight and inspire. And I've been known to wield a brayer myself. So for a day of education, inspiration and fun, why not join us?
So that's on the 8th of September. If you fancy going along to that, we'd love to see you there. But you've also got a special groovy workshop after that?
We have, yeah, because Linda Williams is in the building, and I thought I'd take advantage of that. She's a lovely woman.
She is, yeah.
And so the two of us and Paul, we're staying an extra day, and we're putting on a groovy extravaganza, like a workshop, an all-day workshop. So if anybody's interested in joining us there, call our office.
Okay.
There are still some spots available.
Fab.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
That's after you've called our number to get the one-day special.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're probably going to miss out. And remember, everyone that buys something in this show, even if it's just like a pad or a book, or hopefully it's the one-day special, will be in the draw to win this prize at 10 to 7, OK? Here you've got the 4 square dies. Piece of the pot, that's where the dies actually started for Clarity, so you could win those at around about 10 to 7 if you buy something. The computer will randomly select a name of a lucky winner, and I'll announce announce that. I'll announce that in about 25 minutes' time, OK? And also we'll let you know who's won a visit to us to celebrate our birthday as well at Hochanda. That'll be another draw, OK? So we'll do those 2 draws before 7 o'clock. Now, the one-day special, in 25 minutes, a third of the entire day's stock has gone. I'm not surprised, actually, because if you think about it, you can't get much more popularity than gorgeous flowers. They suit every occasion, from the most joyous to the saddest. So these are always going to be a firm favourite. You're getting not only the chamomile, the cornflower, the daisy, the primrose, the periwinkle, and the marigolds, but you're also getting the fantastic illustrated book as well, which has actually got 30 projects in it by 3 of the top design team designers. So what they've done, and it's on a ring binder as well, so it's very easy to open at a certain page and lie it flat. What they do is they show you the finished card, and then they show you the process of how to go about making it, what you need, all the different products that you need, and so on. So you've got 30 different ways of using these dies in this book. That's worth £10.99 if you buy that on its own, but it's included in the one-day special if you order it today. 010-332 $39.97 is your first flexi-buy payment, and $39.97 in 4 weeks. And that's a delivered price if you're a Freedom member.
Can I show you this little tiny card? This is so beautiful. I think Sheila did this.
Oh, so cute.
It's so beautiful. Now, check this out. It's about using elements, you know, so she's used the cut-out elements from within one of these paper cuts, and then she's also done in reverse. Look, how super is this?
It's gorgeous.
Right, as a little card. I mean, what a beautiful little gift card that is, you know? I just think that is so classy.
Yeah.
So classy.
Love it.
Yeah.
So lots of ways of using these dies, absolutely. OK, let's run down. You know you want the one-day special. That's a kind of foregone. Let's move down the counter and show you some other things that are in the show. A lot of you are adding our nesting circles into your order with the one-day special as well. There are 11 of them that go from 1 inch, which is the smallest circle, right the way up to the biggest, which is 6, and they go up in half-inch increments. So you're looking at 11 dies there, and they've been designed, obviously, to work beautifully well with the one-day special.
Yeah, and the idea is that you control the diameter or the width of the outer frame. So you can go as tight into the paper cut as you like, or you can go, I think it goes out to about 6 inches. So you can get a
6 inches is the biggest. Yeah.
Inch border all the way round, and I'm going to show you that later.
And to get perfect circles is not easy. This is the way to do it. And look at the price. 11 dies, $17.99, delivered if you're a Freedom member, otherwise $19.99 plus your P&P. Nearly half the stock of these has gone
it already?
as well. I think so many people are buying the two together and using the flexi.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense, especially because when you get, to be honest, if you get the instructions, then what you'll find is a lot of them will say, and then use the 5th circle in, and they'll be talking about the circles.
Yeah.
You know, so
it all marries together.
It all marries together, of course. It's like everything, Clarity. It's always modular, isn't it?
OK, now, we've got our card blanks. Now, these are an absolute must-have. Everyone needs card blanks and card stock. So here you've got the most popular sizes, I'd say. 5 by 5?
Yeah, 5 by 5, 6 by 6, 7 by 7 and 8 by 8.
In black and white.
Yeah,
there we go, look.
Really cool. And the other thing is, what I've found, since we've had these in stock, I just take, like, that's why the envelopes come separately, because often I'll just take this and put it on the guillotine or on a blade and just cut these, and then I've got 2, you know, it's exactly the right size.
Absolutely.
So I tend to work like that when I'm layering things up. And
a good idea to take advantage again of the fact you've got a flexi order with the one-day special. If you're running out of cardstock, put that in your flexi order, spread the cost. 20 sheets of each size. And you've got 5 by 5, 6 by 6, 7 by 7 and 8 by 8 as well. 871709, $29.96. Now, word chains, this is another thing that you're pretty well known for.
I love these.
I love these as well. I love the quirky fonts.
Yeah, thank you. I did these myself. I like fonts, yeah. I'm not the world's best graphic designer, but I love fonts, and I've got an eye for what sits right. So these are word chains that are put together, and we've bundled them up into, and they come with the mounts as well. So you've got like dream, remember, and we've deliberately, it doesn't make sense, they're tanged, and what you do is you cut the words up. So, for example, friends, if you look down the bottom, see where it says friends, then Barbara Lancaster, you see, you just take the hip off.
Yeah.
Lose the hip, and you've got friends instead of friendship.
So the idea is that you do cut them, and separate.
You don't have to cut the hip off.
No.
You just mask the hip off.
Right.
Yeah. Now, don't cut your words up.
No.
Yeah, it's one of those days, isn't it? Look, you wouldn't don't cut the re off just because you want the word member. Just mask it off with a bit of masking. shape. Or dream, you don't, you know, ream.
That was unfortunate.
No, I don't know what I'm saying here. Look, gratitude. Look, you can get the GRA off and the UDE.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to cut the words up, just mask off if you want the little bit.
Brilliant. Well, you're actually getting 4 word chains, and you're getting the mounts as well, 5 mounts. $34.99. We'll play that back to you later on. £15 off from $49.99 to $34.99. You got Dream, Remember, Imagine, Inspire, Miracle Change, Magical Promise, Joy, Trust, Forever, Friendship. I love them. I really do love them. Very, very popular as well, usually, and they will be today at that price with that discount. And you get the Clarity mounts as well, 5 of those, and they're brilliant. If you've got dexterity issues, you can hold on to them really easily.
They're very, very good to use, and they cling by themselves. You don't have to attach them in any way at all.
OK, next up we've got the birthday. Same sort of idea, the word chains, but with birthday themes, and 5 mounts come with those as well. They're again on a £15 discount, down to $34.99. And these are, you've got art, journal, create, diary, family, happy, home, always, weddings and birthdays. There we go. So all those kind of celebratory words.
So you mix and match them. Like you can say, for example, celebrate our art always, or our happy home, or create art. You see, so you can change magical birthday, you know, and they all mix and match, and all of the word chains are very, again, they all sit right together.
You'll love using them, and they'll become certainly something you'll be known for using as well, because they are very distinctive and very different. So that's the one that's got the birthday in it. And then the last set we've got for you is your congratulations. So again, this has got no repeated words, they're all different words in here, and 5 Clarity mounts as well.
There are no repeated words in any of them.
No, so if you wanted to go for all of them, you can do, and they'll all be different. So you've got It's a Darling, Precious, so new members of the family, boy and girl, amazing news, awesome, brilliant. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is great for graduations, for newborns, you know, just for pass your driving test, amazing news.
Strength.
And then there's all those feel-good words, beauty, grace. When you do a piece of artwork and it's not for any particular reason and you just want to give it an uplifting connotation, you know, this is the kind of thing that you can come up with. Grace.
Yeah, someone's got a new job, how good to send them that. Awesome news.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You Star.
You Star.
That's a lovely one. There we go.
Star.
Brilliant Star.
Love it.
Congratulations. I mean, they're just so lovely. You know.
They're $34.99 as well, £15 off, and you get, of course, the mounts as well. 5 with each set of 4 word chains. 553341 is your item number. Some other items that aren't on the counter, but we do have available. We've got our designer card toppers that we were using, actually, in that last demonstration that Barbara did. So let's put the details up for you. We've got 4 options. They're $14.99 each, and you choose which ones you want. So we've got Indian Summer, Northern Lights, Rainbow River, or Shenandoah, and they're all 5x7, I think. Very busy for those. They're perfect to use behind what those dies, there's the one day special, cut out. So that's 360559. Also very busy is our blending pens and nibs. These are always very popular. You get 23 nibs and the tweezers, which makes it easy to put them in and take them out. 781285. Not just for use with parchment, you can use them in all sorts of other ways as well, but £12.43 if you'd like to add those to your order.
Marvellous.
OK, well, Barbara's here for the launch hour, remember, and Paul is going to be then filling in from 8 o'clock tonight and tomorrow with more advanced techniques and so on. So.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, Paul, he's been doing die cutting and paper engineering for many, many years. I'm completely new to this, and I'm really enjoying it because you get a really quick, professional finish every time.
Do you want an update on the stock?
Go on.
One day special, nearly 40% of the day's stock has gone in 34 minutes, and there's still consistent queues on the phones. It's just not tapering off. Everybody wants to get hold of these dies. If you bought set 1 and set 2 previously when they first came out, you'll know how gorgeous they are. That's why you want set 3.
Well, and the thing about the flower dies, these were launched as stamps. I don't know if you remember the 1, 2, 3 overlay. They're like 3-way overlay stamps. Very, very lovely. And so if you've got stamps, we also launched these in Groovy. Every now and again, Mel will just hit the jackpot and she will give us illustrations that cover all of our different mediums.
So a lot of people may already have these designs in Groovy.
In Groovy,
but now
and
they're
also,
in die form.
so superb. Now, what I wanted to show you now, I wanted to look at this particular card, and this is a little bit different now because we've done cutting out of black, cutting out of white, and then using the coloured card in the background, like for example, like so. We've established how to do that and how easy that is, and even how to put glitter on it. So taking it to the next level, this time I've taken a piece of card. This is card from the Rainbow River collection, and what I've done now is I've cut the die through this, so it cuts like butter as well.
Okay.
So again, we'll just put all this over here for the moment. This is very, very simple. We'll just make our sandwich again. The more you do this, the easier it gets and the more comfortable it gets, I find. You know, it's a repeating job,
I wonder
isn't it?
how many thousands of you now tonight are trying to find a little bit of plastic
taking
like
the last will and testament out of the drawer. Sorry, darling, I need this. No, not the will.
yeah.
The pouch.
My need is greater. Yeah.
So we need that, and then we're going to use the card next. We work into the front. Then we're going to take our die, and we're going to position that carefully, and then we're going to just tape it into place with some masking tape so that we know that it's exactly in the centre. That's good. When you cut from the front, you get a really nice, I've noticed a really nice kind of ridge, which is really cool. So we've got that, then we're going to make our sandwich again. I'll go through it slowly because I know there will be people watching who are new to this like me, and they're intrigued with the look. See, I never really got into dyes, you know, all the little flimsy bits. It wasn't my bag. But this paper cutting, where you take out this beautiful artwork.
Yeah, stunning. And also, Barbara has made them distinctively different enough that they're instantly recognisable as being clarity. I mean, the fact that they're blue, to kind of obviously tie in nicely with the blue at the edge that you see on the stamps, for example.
Yeah.
If you forget, you know, 2 years down the line, who made those, you'll know at a glance that they're tonic.
And the thing about these beautiful flower dyes is, I mean, for every occasion, I mean, for weddings...
And they're Teflon coated, everything just falls out of them so easily.
So we'll just take this off here now, and then we'll just remove the let's get this out of here. Hold on a minute while I just peel this off gently without destroying the card. It's worth just putting a little bit of masking tape on here, just to hold it in place, like so. Then this will come away, and again, we've got a couple of little tiny bits. Look, it's not even worth thinking about, is it?
Not much at all, though. Yeah, tap it on your hands.
There
you go.
Right, and then we've just got our...
Clean.
That's clean, isn't it?
Yeah, clean as a whistle.
There we go. And then what we're going to do is just take this out. And here's another thing. This one's particularly interesting, I find, because these bits here, if I wanted to do paper piecing, look, there's not a lot, is there?
No.
So you could actually hang on to these bits like that, and you could reconstruct the negative.
That would be a great effect.
But
do it maybe in craft card or white card or something as a background.
There you go. That's already gone, isn't it? That's all out.
Yeah.
There we go. So we've done that one, and then we'll again our D trick. We'll call it the D trick with the poly bag. That doesn't half. Honestly, it makes a big difference.
It cuts down the wear and tear on your plates, and you know they are considered. You know, they're a pricey purchase. If you have to replace them, they cost about £30 or £40 to buy a new set. So make them last as long as you possibly can with a little plastic bag.
When you get the Gemini, you also get a metal plate. Yeah. And when we first started doing this, we were using the metal plate, and then we realised actually you don't need it. The metal plate's for much more like thicker stuff. Material and what have you.
And really intricate dyes sometimes
you don't need it for these, unless you cut. You know, absolutely not. So let's have a look. So we've got that one now, and once we've got that in place, then to get to this is you're a couple of steps away, which I really like. So what we're going to do now, we've got choices. We can either just go straight to, let's say, a black card. Let me show you, and we can attach that to that.
Nice.
That's one option, isn't it, if we're looking from the top. There we go, great camera work. Right, so we can either attach that to that, or we can do this. We can take one of the smaller cards, we can slide that underneath there. Right, why would you do that? You can't see it. But that's because then I can take a piece of the paper, you know, the matching designer papers. These are great. And you can put that one on there, that one on there, and that one on there. And that's how you end up with a really nice... See? And that's how that ends up.
So professional.
Now, how do you attach this to this? This is pretty easy. what I think what works best is if you just you can take a glue run around the outside, really, but I find, to be honest, that the zig glue, that works fine, round like so. This will hold it well.
And that goes on blue, dries.
Goes on blue,
clear,
dries clear, yeah. So you don't want to put too much on, because otherwise it's like a mayo you know, the old BLT, and then you end up...
You don't want the mayo oozing out in the middle here, no.
But what we want to do is make sure, just by adding a little bit of the glue, the zig glue to the flowers, what that will do is it will hold them in place when you do this. It will hold them in place really well. And you only get one shot at this, so it's worth doing a little bit of this before you attach it. Do you see what I'm doing? Just a little bit here and there, but it will hold it in place nicely.
Queues are back on the phones. I'm sorry, they've been there virtually for the whole hour so far. Everybody wants this one-day special, and I will go through it again for you in a second as to what's in it.
It's great.
And the deal. It's a great offer. If you can use the website, that will save any frustration in being caught in a queue. No one likes to be in a queue. Right.
And so now we're going to just turn this over, decide where we want to place it, and then I'm just going to black on black. Not so good. I need a reference, don't I? So we can still see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to make sure that it's in the right place, and then I'll just lower that down slowly like so. So that's definitely right around the outside, and then that will just gently press that into place. Maybe take a piece of copy paper so that I can press harder. Yeah. And then that should be perfect without the mayo effect.
Excellent.
There you go.
No mayo
so
there.
That's in there beautifully, isn't it? Flat as a pancake. And then that goes on there, which I don't need to show you how to do, and then that goes on there, and that, my friends, is a beautiful piece of artwork, isn't it?
Absolutely, beautiful piece of artwork. OK, well, let me remind you about what's in the one-day special then. Before we do that, take a little look. Our circles are matting and layering nesting circles. Over half the stock's gone on today. Lots of you ordering that with the one-day special, because these have been produced with the one-day special in mind. If you've got other circular nesting dies, they may not be the same as this. This starts life at 1 inch and then goes up in half-inch increments up to 6 inches across. But they will be a perfect addition to add to your order with the one-day special. And again, they're made by Clarity, so you know they're going to be amazing quality. $17.99, a brilliant price for those. $19.99 if you're not a Freedom member, $17.99 if you are. And if you do want to have them on the flexi order, of course you can add them into your order with the one-day special at the same time. OK, now the one-day special, we've got lots and lots of fantastic, wonderful floral circular dies from Clarity. This is only the third collection of dies that Barbara and Paul and Clarity have brought. Over 40% of the day's stock has gone, and it's 20 minutes to 7. So to say it's busy is probably the understatement of the day. You've got, let me run you through what you've got there. This one, firstly, is the chamomile. The next one here is the cornflower. And then the last one just there is the daisy, OK? So you're getting all three of those. Then down the bottom, we then go to the marigold. Is that one just there? The one in the centre is your periwinkle. And this one on the right of your screen is the primrose. So all 6 of those dies are available together as the one-day special, but there's an extra special treat waiting for you, because we're very well aware that when you get a new die, you may think, especially if you're new to crafting, you might think, OK, I know it cuts out card, but I don't really know what to do with it when it's done that job. Then there are 30 projects in here put together by Dee Paramore, and there are a couple of others, Sheila, and also Dee Paramore, and who was the other one? Wendy. Wendy's the other lady that took part in this as well. They've basically created these wonderful cards. The cards that you see demonstrated and held up during shows, they're part of the design team's ideas, really, and what they've come up with. So here's a book, really, of the design team's ideas. They list exactly what they've used, what ingredients were used, and how to actually make it from start to finish. So the things that you need to create what they've done. So this has got 30 projects in it. It's worth $10.99 as a separate investment, but it is included with your dies today in the one-day special. You're really, if you think about it, you're not paying for a die and a half, if you want to think of it in those terms. You've got £21 off. They're $14.99 each individually normally, so you're like getting 1.5 dies for nothing, or the book and half a die for nothing. Depends which way you look at it. 010-332 on 2 flexis as well. So today you don't even spend the discounted price. You just give us half of it. $39.97 today. No P&P for Freedom members, and then $39.97 in 4 weeks' time. But you will have the brand new dies from Clarity and Barbara and Paul on your doorstep in the next few days. And these are some of the cards that the design team have made, and you can be making them too. They are amazing, aren't they? They're lovely dyes. You're going to love working with them, and it's all about versatility and getting great results, and that's what you'll get, because, of course, that fantastic inspiration book included with it. It's a bit of genius.
It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference, because it's like buying a little course in paper cutting and die cutting.
Well, the number of times we hear people say, "Oh,
really
I love the cards the design team do. I wish I could do cards like that." Well, now you
there
can,
we are,
because they've got the recipe.
And when you start working your way through it, what you'll find is that if you're one of the Clarity fans, then you'll have a lot of the bits and pieces that we've used. You know, like the glitter and the stamps, even. You know.
Okay, now part of our family favourites event is that every hour we're giving you the chance to win some things, and well, we've got a great competition this hour and a great prize to give you as well. This was to win the Seeds and Pods dies. These were the first dies that Barbara ever brought out. We haven't got the picture of them there for you, but we showed them to you earlier on.
Nice.
But the winner of that is Mrs. Moira Barrett. Moira Barrett, congratulations, Moira. You've got those fantastic square dies on the way. And the other prize draw we've got for you, of course, is to win a place at our birthday party on the 24th of August. Now, Tracy Blows, you have won that invitation. You can come along and celebrate with us if you'd like to on the 24th of August, meet all the team, have a guided tour. Be sure there'll be some nibbles and some, you know, celebration bubbles or something like that, so that should be good. So congratulations to both of you. There'll be another chance to win, of course, with Paul at 8 o'clock tonight, not during Craft Price Drop, but there will be during the next show of Clarity at 8 o'clock this evening, and you'll be able to win another invitation to the party and another gift from another prize from Clarity. OK, Barbara, we've got about 8 or 9 minutes left.
Yeah, no worries.
It's all right.
So there are two things I wanted to do in this demo, and then that'll be about it. So just a few little tricks that I've figured out along the way. So if we just take a look at this card now, and what we're going to do now, just so that you see how it works. What we're doing now is we're using the die, but we're also using the rings, the circles now, to create. It's not coming out of a square. Now we're going to start. Now we're going for it. And then we've got the blue in the background with one of the larger die. So that's how we're layering up. That's logical, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So pop that one there, and I'll show you. Let's just do the white one, and then I'll show you how to do this lovely background.
Now, the nesting dies that are kind of accompanying the one-day special that are available, they are about 60% gone as well. So if you want those, all 11 of them, start at 1 inch, remember, go up to 6 inches in half-inch increments, $19.99 or $17.99 they are if you're a Freedom member, so that's good.
So what we're going to do now, again, same plate, put your plastic thing in, that, then we're going to go. Now, it's up to you where you put this. If you put it in the centre, then maybe you'll find a use for the outer later on. So it's the blades facing down towards the
plastic sheet.
The plastic sheet, thank you. What would I do without you, Dave? Right, and then what we're going to do is take a little bit of... Because now we really do need to make sure that they sit in the right place, don't we? So we just hold that there, and then we'll just tape this down. Make sure that we like... I mean, if you're not too worried about it being completely symmetrical, you know, some of the asymmetric cards look really nice too. Anyway, I'm going for it here. So that's that. So now what we're doing is we're creating a cutting edge. So we should end up with a white bit like this.
OK.
So then we'll use this, put that down, and then we're going to use our...
Your machine's
dead
quite new,
easy, isn't it? This, couple of months.
All right.
Yeah. 3 or 4 months.
Still quite shiny. And the plates aren't
look
marked
after
very
it.
much. You do, I know, I can tell.
I don't do anything else with it apart from this.
Yeah. The machine of choice for Barbara, so...
Oh, definitely.
Check the website.
Definitely.
I think we've got some in stock at the moment, so...
So we'll take this out, and again, I just love... It's so easy. I can't believe how easy it is. Right, and then we're just going to take off our... Again, take the time to peel this off gently so you don't spoil the card. I find you could probably use the masking tape 2, 3, 4 times, and then it does start to stick. So why worry? Why test
because
it?
the pressure is so great through the Gemini, sometimes low-tack tape can become a bit high-tack if you're not too careful with it.
So that's handy.
Maybe de-glue it with your fuzzy jumper or something like that.
That's it. That's right. It gets stickier and stickier, doesn't it? So that's useful. Glad I did that in the middle. So there's your...
Look, it just falls out.
That's it, that's gone.
That's the clean done.
I know, see, because I don't have the power of comparison, everybody goes, wow, where's all the whiteness gone? Well, and it's like, well,
we're all
what's it
used
supposed
to
do
standing there with pokey tools very often for about 5 minutes trying to
I've never done it before, I think, well, what were you expecting? You know, so I'm quite, OK then, well, that's a result, that's a bonus.
That's the benefit of Teflon coating. Everything slips out.
And then what we've got here, again, this is great because you could see, can't you, how you could do a really nice negative, you know, with the bits that I'm going to get rid of now. But it just falls out, really.
You can have some real fun paper piecing with that, I think.
Yeah, you could. The designs are so beautiful. I have to say, the Gemini, it does make it easy as well, you know.
And so do your dies.
Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that lovely?
Yep.
See, I think that's brilliant. I mean, if I can do it, there you go. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
I know we've not been doing it, but there's nothing stopping you colouring these in as well if you wanted to, with your watercolours or whatever.
Yeah.
You can really go to town and decorate them.
Absolutely. Right, let me just put that over there. Right, let me just... I don't want to lose that because I'm going to need that. I've got a system going here.
All right.
Right, we'll keep that for Ron. Boom. It's all right. Paul's taking over at 8 o'clock and I am off the hook. So that's that. We know that works. Right, I'm not going to show you how to cut out a circle. I think we've worked that one out. Right, it's just a larger ring.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be attached to that. And we know how that works because we've had that conversation, haven't we? So that sits on there like so. And the front always has a really nice like edge, like a bevel, which I like.
There's a definite front and back.
Yeah, yeah. And so now let's have a look at the back, the actual backdrop of this.
Right.
And I'll put these back so that they're in the right place on my sticky sheet. You know we're going to come up with a storage solution here soon, don't you?
Watch this
in
space.
true Clarity style. But I want to show you how we're going to do this background first. So let's say I've cut one out of a black piece of card, and I'm going to use it as a quasi stencil.
Okay.
That's what we want to do. And then I'm going to take one of our big cards, I think this is a 7x7, and then I'll put a bit of copy paper underneath. The reason I'm using black is because then I could even use it later. Now I'm going to take my artistry ink pad.
Right, yep.
See, that's what I like as well, is that so much of our stuff, our stash, kind of cross-pollinates. You can work here and there. So what we're going to do, you see, is we're going to load up our brush. That's it.
Now the artistry ink pads will be on the website. They're available as well. They're such a clever design, those.
Right, now we don't want to overcook it, so we can always add, but we can't take away. And then what we're going to do now is just go round the outside, bearing in mind, if you look at the front, we only want the outside. The inside's not important. We just want to get these bits right. So I'm just going to, I can see where the corner is. I can see where I'm coming, where the flower's going to be, if you like, when I do this. And then I'm just going to sweep through like so until I get my... Just sweep gently.
So you do it quite gently so you don't disrupt the paper and the cards.
Probably try and avoid going too close to the ring, the outer ring.
Yeah.
Unless you want rings.
But it's the more it's the flower you want more than anything else.
It's the flower I'm after more than anything. So if I wanted to, I've got a ring there. You see, by coming in from this way. If I wanted to avoid that, then the answer would be to come in from the other side. Look, I'll show you. So now, instead of I'm coming in from the centre and I'm sweeping out, and I just want to show you the difference. If I do this, then what will happen is, by the time I hit the outer rim of the stencil, if you like, I'm already lifting off, so it won't be half as bad. Let me just... I'll keep coming in from the same place, you see? So it's going to be darker in that place. We'll just sweep through. Let's have a look what we've got.
Here's the reveal. Oh,
Right.
love it.
See, so you've got these lovely rings at the moment, right? Go a bit further.
Sadly, we're nearly out of time.
Are we?
Yeah, we've only got literally about a minute and a half left.
Ah, right. Well, now you know how this works. Right, fast forward. Right, so round you go, and then you come in again, and then you just don't want to overlap them too much, because that doesn't look so clever. And then you just keep going.
And
Don't
remember, Paul
re-ink.
Church is here at 8 o'clock with more demos, and
He's
all
really
day
good at this
tomorrow
stuff.
as well. Well, so are you now.
Well,
Some of the guys-
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Less ink is better. Look, see? So less ink definitely works better, guys.
45%.
No way.
Unbelievable response to this. 45% of the one-day special has gone in the first hour. Join us at 8 o'clock for another live hour, of course. This is what you get. All of these fantastic dies. This is only the third issue of dies that Barbara's ever done. Chamomile, cornflower, marigold, primrose, daisy and periwinkle. All of those 6 dies, plus you're getting that fantastic Clarity iBook as well, which is full of inspiration from 3 of the design team. You've got 30 plenty of projects in there that you can, of course, check the shopping list as to what you need, and then the techniques, how to. That is included. Lots of great photographs in there as well. That's worth £10.99. And all you pay today, if you want a one-day special in 2 payments, is £39.97 today and £39.97 in 4 weeks' time. If you're not a Freedom member, you pay the P&P today on the first payment. And look at that.
So there we are. That's where we were headed. We nearly got there. We just added a celebrate down the bottom, but you can see here how you can create the background really beautifully. Like, can you see that? Yeah, you can. There it is.
There we go.
There you go. So now you can see it. Very simple. Don't worry about the middle. But what a beautiful way to use the dies as a stencil as well.
And don't forget, we've got our word chains, of course, as well. They're on a special offer today as well, with the word celebrate. That's on one of them. Have a look on the website. You'll see exactly what's in which set if you like those word chains. And also our card blanks are there, and the nesting dies are proving popular as well. Lots of you going for both the one-day special and the nesting dies, and opening up a flexi order, which makes sense. Nice one, Barb.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. And do watch Paul, because he's so good at this.
And he'll be here at 8 o'clock. I've got Craft Price Drop coming up next, though. Lots of bargains galore. So stay tuned, and the star buys on the way too.
Bye-bye now.
So yes, Craft Price Drop is on the way with a star buy. That's going to be busy. Crafting with Clarity one-day special with Paul. He'll be here live at 8 with Alex. And Jewellery Box is on the air at 9. All coming up tonight. Coming up next on Hochanda is Craft Price Drop. Let me show you the best and easiest way to get involved. Firstly, Craft Price Drop isn't like a normal show here on Hochanda. It involves a falling price auction, which means the price continues to plummet until the quantity reaches 0 and the price locks. Regardless of when you call to register your bid or added that item to your basket, everyone pays the final low price, plus your postage, unless you're a Freedom member. It's an amazing opportunity for Freedom members. Fantastic low prices plus no postage. Now, if you're not a Freedom member, you'll pay £4.95 postage on every item you bid for. But as a Freedom member, you get unlimited standard delivery on every item you purchase from any Hochanda show, including Craft Price Drop. Plus, Freedom members also get selected discounts and offers. So why not join Freedom now? Get all the Craft Price Drop deals here and pay no postage. Freedom costs just